the top there is a
yeah.
Continue.
All right. Hi friends, I'm very happy to be part of this discussion, and I am Dr. Srinivas, and Ullas is my good friend, and thanks that all of you spend your time on Saturday evening for this particular topic. The title of this topic is Up the Game of Badminton with Yoga, and I'm Dr. Srinivas. So badminton at a glance. So you know badminton better than me, because some of you can play 6 hours badminton straight. The badminton is fastest of the racket sports, and it requires aerobic stamina, it requires agility, strength, speed, and precision. Many people who don't know badminton, even including myself, currently I am a yoga coach for a badminton company in Bangalore, badminton academy in Bangalore, for the last 5-6 months. Until unless I got deep into it, I did not understand the characteristics of this sport. It is a non-contact sport, and it is fastest of all the racket sports. And badminton is unique compared to tennis. The reason is the shuttle is very non-uniform in shape, unlike the tennis, which is a ball is round, so you can predict the serves coming to you in tennis compared to badminton. So it's pretty challenging, and it's physically challenging and demands complex repetitive upper and lower extremity movements with constant postural variations. So both the hands and the legs, right, and along the axial skeletons and appendular skeletons, right, it requires a powerful swift actions, and the players need to change their postures very constantly, and they should be very strong when they actually serve it, and at the same time they need to be really kind of very smart to give back. Sometimes they have less than, less than 2 seconds to respond. So it is pretty challenging sport, and it is extremely taxing, as you know, and requires players to handle the stressful situations psychologically and physically with ease, right? I mean, myself, as I start looking into the badminton sport in the trainings, and also I was invited for a couple of state level championships in the last 3 months. So between the lockdowns, I went there. It's pretty involving as these players play, and I need to watch, and it's extremely taxing also. So badminton, like any other sport, right, it requires the sports person, man or woman, I mean, the sports person, they have to kind of handle this extreme stress, both psychologically and physically with ease, to take the situation to their control, to reach their elite levels of play, right? So that's the quick thing about badminton, as I understand. I'm not putting everything out here. So as we said that, it requires constant postural variations. Let me actually go very few positions here: the lunges, the reaches, and the drop shots, the deceiving drop shots, which actually give edge for the player. So as badminton, really the response time, right, when the opponent serves, the opponent gives the shuttle back to you, is very less, right? So we need to have very good physical stamina, and also able to think through on how we need to give a smart shot back. For that, the badminton player need to maintain the control both on the body movements as well as on the breath movements. And like any other sport, the first thing the players will give up is on the breath during the play. I have seen it that before the person really gives the point to the opponent, they give up their breath rhythm. They give up their breath rhythm. So it is very important that the players able to maintaining their power, strength. They also need to have that control of the breath during the actual play. So you can see the lunges. The lunges, as you see, we can get the edge in the play, right, with the yoga practices. Badminton is becoming very popular in India. Already popular in India. You know that Prakash Padukone is the first person who got the England Cup for India before 1983. Kapil Dev, right? So, and the yoga is becoming very off court training regime for all the sports, including badminton. So in the lunges, if you see it, this we call on the here, this is called Virabhadrasana. You can see here, if you have to do a perfect lunge, all right, you should not really strain your knees. You should not really strain your knees. You should feel weightless when you do it, in terms of, able to lift the leg behind properly onto the toes, and also able to maintain. The footwork is very important, as you understand. So this is one example. This is called Virabhadrasana, which will, when we practice it, and also it helps not to put any extra stress on the knee. The most of the injuries that are coming from the jumper's knee or any on the knee pains is because we strain our knees a lot. And you know that, especially in the competitions, any sports injury will keep the sports person off the ground, which is not very encouraging for the academy or the country or for the person. So the sports person should constantly work on making sure that they are not affected by injuries as much as possible. So you can see we're using Virabhadrasana with a constant practice, with focus on breathing and on the postures properly, aligning the body correctly. We are able to play the lunges little better than otherwise. Now come to the reaches. You can see here how this person is basically reaching out to the shuttle, and this hand is coming before the calf muscle here, and similarly this hand is coming little away outside the knee here. So this is all possible with another warrior pose 3 more effectively. You can see that the person here needs to really able to swiftly twist the body around the axial skeleton. That's about around the spine. And same here, it is possible. So you get the full control on your footwork as well as on your axial skeleton with ease. So that is possible with some of these yoga postures. Again, yoga postures is not just physical postures, but also with the control on the breath, maintaining the rhythm of the breath. And most of the times we see that the players during the tough points, they actually do the best shot and give up on the breath, and immediately they lose to the opponent. So if the sports person is able to, during the tough competitions also, able to maintain the rhythm of the breath while doing the postures with ease, then that person will slowly take over the other opponent. And that is only possible if such is done during practice sessions, right? We cannot expect miracles in the competition if the practice session is not designed for that. And off-court yoga sessions will help badminton players with this kind of exercises, with this kind of capability during the actual on-court practice sessions, as well as during competitions. Now we come to the this deceiving drop shots, which you can see here. The person put it the badminton, the racket. They actually give that unpredictable the drop shot, which deceives others. Before that, the person should have the spring kind of action in the body and able to control the body on the legs So this is again during one of these postures we can do it. So I just put some pictures here to draw the parallels on how the yoga postures can get the edge for the badminton players. Any questions, or shall we go to the next? Okay, maybe we can take.
Is it if we can the name of the posture, if it's possible, we can put it below. Then it
Yes,
will
I
be.
can say this is basically, actually these are all one series of asanas only. This is called Virabhadrasana 1. This is actually called Virabhadrasana 2, and this is called Parivritta Virabhadrasana, the twisting pose. Okay, Virabhadrasana here.
Virabhadrasana. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Now the other thing is, I did not put everything here. So the other things are the injuries. The injuries are the things which will keep the sports person off the court, and we have seen some of the sports people had to end their career because of the injuries, or they did not maintain their elite levels of play. So jumper's knee is one thing. You can really see that. And using this is again Virabhadrasana 2 posture. There are a lot of series of Virabhadrasana postures. You see, I am actually with practice with badminton players here. I put this myself, and same shirt you can see, right? So and I actually make them practice this a lot. You can see how well the foot is completely grounded, and then how well there is a knee action is completely kind of with ease, so that all the muscles, especially which is the jumper's knee problem, saying that the kneecap and the calf muscles, that having a good rotation and the smooth oily action, right? If we kind of do that, then we will avoid jumper's knee problem. Most of the times when we do a jump, we actually put a stress on the knee. And if we, with a proper training of yoga postures, we will be automatically not putting the stress on the knee, but we'll properly adjust our postures on the foot. That way, we will be less prone to jumper's knee. The other thing is a thrower shoulder. When we basically kind of throw a shot, do a shot, right? So this is where we get kind of either tennis elbow down, but at least thrower shoulder here. And this is called Bhujangasana. And with Bhujangasana, we can properly train our muscles around this shoulder region to be flexible, so that our strength of the shoulders is increased. And badminton again is a non-uniform sport, in the sense we will actually use one shoulder more than the other, either right shoulder or left shoulder. So this will actually balance it out during our practice session, yoga practice session. The other major and common issue is shin splints in the calf muscles and also in the foot area. And this is called Adho Mukha Svanasana. You can actually see that, right? Exactly like a properly positioning of the legs here, and stretching the calf muscles and the thigh muscles properly, and getting the weight properly distributed, which will stretch the leg muscles, and without stretching the kneecap, without hurting the kneecap. So these are really some of these things with the constant practice will make the players not prone to the injuries. So we just spoke about common postures, how you can play efficiently with yoga practices. And here we are just throwing that, how we can avoid injuries with the yoga postures. And even if we got prone to some of these issues, how we can recover quickly during our practice sessions, off practice sessions. Questions? Otherwise, I can move to, yeah. So now we spoke about yoga. We spoke about yoga, and we spoke about how it can help the play during the on the court and off the court, how it can help cure the injuries earlier if it happens, or prevent it with the constant practice. Now, what is yoga here? So yoga is for the spiritual development. Originally the yoga from the ancient land of India, as you know, is for the spiritual development. But then it has physical, psychological, emotional benefits. if we do not clean our impurities at the physical level, psychological level, breath level, emotional level, we cannot get closer to our spiritual level. So that is yoga about. And the yoga has found a lot of place in contemporary medicine also because of its therapeutic benefits. And we have International Yoga Day coming up on June 21st. And by the way, International Yoga Day is the only resolution in United Nations which went with no opposing from all the countries. Out of all participating countries, it's the one of the or the only resolution, including Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, China, unanimously approved that without any with liking. Okay, so that's the power of the yoga. Now let us talk about what is the yoga lane here. At a physical level, it actually regulates the nervous system to gain the balance. When we are stimulated, when we wanted to have the extra force, then we need to activate our sympathetic nervous system. And all stimulations should be followed by relaxation. Otherwise, it will lead to hypertension. Right. So this is taken care by yoga. And it helps at the physical level to improve the agility, strength, flexibility to muscular systems at a high level, at a physical level. The breath level, it removes imbalances in the respiratory system. All the thoracic muscles, all to the scalene muscles, and all to the kind of nostrils, the lungs, right? It really helps. By the way, yoga is a very proven adjunctive care, extra care during Corona time. I myself, I had an opportunity to help few Corona-infected people, and it really helped them along with the regular medication. It also helped them to remove the imbalances in the respiratory, and they recovered quickly. And the breath level, it makes the breath process easier and quieter. Emotional level, it brings more calm in our response, which is very important as we grow, as we see our industry, as we see the relations we have, as we see ourselves, that how we bring more calm in our response to make more matured decisions which are helpful to us and to our nearby. And it improves the listening skills to others and self. I have seen myself, Amanulas can tell me, but it really improves the listening skills. I'm a manager working in Intel India, and one of the key feedback I hear from my employees is that Srinu, you listen well. So earlier that was not the case actually. So that really helps. At the spiritual level, it really takes the success and failure out of the practice routine. Very important. Whether you are doing a business, whether you are thinking about the future of your kid, whether you are thinking a future of yourself, and that whatever practice you are doing, or you are doing a sport, right? The success and failure should not bother us much. And once we get into that spiritual level of understanding, then we will actually try to treat the success and failure at equal level to take the learnings forward, but they're not impacted by both of it, which yoga will help us with a regular practice. And at a spiritual level, it drives us to our true self of bliss. If you look into all the sports also, I kind of read some of these articles by some of these elite players. They play for themselves. They don't play for others, most of them, or all of them. So they want to enjoy that state of being in the state of self to play. They may be Olympic players, they may not be Olympic players, but then they wanted to be close to themselves using sports. So and yoga helps us to be too close to our true self of bliss. So these are some of the advantages with the regular yoga practice. That's what our ancient people already thought through. This is a wisdom given by ancient India, ancient Indian wisdom to the whole humanity. And I think that I had an opportunity to visit Mexico, and I was very surprised. Mexico, Brazil, how passionately they are doing yoga. I didn't know. I never expected that. So I still need to get to New Zealand if I get to. But I heard that there's a lot of good practices happening about New Zealand. I keep reading some of the research articles. So throughout the globe, we are having everybody's kind of getting the advantage of yoga. So what I tell myself is get onto the yoga lane to enjoy the experience of life. Life itself is an experience, as we all know. It's a game. It's a game. Just be, experience the this sport of life, and yoga helps us. And so this is some of this. Any questions on this particular slide?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Yeah, sure. So quick thing. So these are the players whom I am currently associated with. They're all national and international level or state level players below age of 21, right? Various age groups. And so just this the pictures on the right. And my quick suggestion based on working with these badminton players, that before the practice, about 20 minutes duration, like yogic warm-up, yogic postures, and yogic breathing for 5 minutes. And after practice, about yogic breathing and progressive relaxing. We need to discuss more on this progressive relaxing, how yoga can help the quietness to restore the quietness and the calmness in our nervous system, in our thoughts, in our breath. And yoga can help us. There are specific techniques called yoga nidra, which is very proven. So this just about 5 minutes after the practice, it will regenerate after the game also. So this is a quick suggestion. Thanks to Ullas for previous pre-talk with me in terms of what may be helpful. So that drove me to make this simple slide set. Thank you all. Open for questions.
Oh.
Thank you. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Doctor, do you have any specific videos or something to share so that we can see that and practice something like that?
I don't have the specific videos. I have actually specific videos, not specific to the sport. I need to develop it. But I have, if you go to Yoga for Us YouTube channel, you have Yoga for Us. I will send it to Ullas, the link. There are, from the health standpoint, how you can basically, how we can really keep our pancreas healthy, how we can keep our lungs healthy, which is also helpful for the sports. So I have that. I'm still not doing regular videos. Maybe I should start doing it. But some of important stuff, which whenever I do it occasionally, I do it and keep it. I'll send that link.
So you have a specific channel, Doctor? I mean, you do YouTube channel so that we can subscribe?
Yes, I have, but
okay,
I need
that'll be great.
Yeah, I will send it to, I have a blog also, link, and I basically, I have a blog, I'll send that link also to Ullas.
Okay, that'll be great.
So, Doctor, so thank you for your valuable time and sharing with us some nice tips which we can carry forward, because we all have gone through these injuries, like tennis elbow, like this tearing of tendon, knee problem, then tendon tear,
shoulder.
Suresh got shoulder,
common ones.
So, and more or less you have touched those specific points itself. So by practicing this, it should really help us in our game also. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
And we look forward to have maybe with discussion with our group. If you have time, we can have some sessions later also.
Yeah, we would request you, sir. I mean, if you can, maybe on a quarterly or once in 6 months, if Ullas can, fill along with the session with us.
Sure. Yeah, I will work with Ullas. You can tell to Ullas, and I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
It would be great.
Right. So thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
you.
Thanks a lot.
Uh, Thank you all. I'm glad. I'm glad that it was of some help to you.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Definitely.
Yes, definitely, sir. We will practice some of them and find improvements also.
Yeah, and also you kids also, you can start asking the young players or the kids also to start onto the yoga practice. I really feel that the next generation also needs yoga more equally along with our age groups. So it will help yoga from a matured the teacher who can give that insights of the life skills.
Yeah.
Right, it's very important. So I encourage that. Yoga.
Here there are people doing that, doctor. Like they have the Zoom sessions.
Yes.
Like once, twice a week, thrice a week, like that, evening. So there are quite a good teachers in yoga who
Very
are teaching from home, and then people are participating.
Excellent. I'm very glad. Yes, yoga is a religion now.
Yes.
Universal religion.
Universal religion, correct.
Universal religion from Brazil, from Brazil to New Zealand. Yeah, thank you, and nice.
Thank you.
Nice talking to you. And any questions, you can reach me, and I'll send the YouTube link to you all. Maybe I should do more active. And thank you, Ullas, for setting it up. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks to Ullas and Dr. Yap.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Ullas, shall I end the meeting?
Yeah, I think we are
Okay.
ending it. Thanks.
Thank you.